this is not happening.
Say goodbye to Kimi, everyone. And hello to four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. Hi, Seb.
Hello, hello.
Sorry, Felipe.
So I was not planning to stay if...
So Seb, you've just joined us. Looking cool. You've had a bit of a shave. You were quite hairy when you turned up, but you're looking, I don't know, a lot more ready for action now.
I needed to lose some weight overnight, so.
So how are you feeling? Another season, another challenge, big white cars, Ferrari have looked good in winter testing?
Yeah, we did. I think generally the car is working well. Obviously, it's a big step forward. I think it's probably what everybody's been saying already, so I don't need to repeat. But cars are more fun to drive. We go faster around the turns, which is always, more of a challenge, more fun. So looking forward to qualifying when you really get to, feel the maximum potential of the car.
Good stuff, right. So Bryony out in the crowd has a question specifically for you from one of the race fans, so if you can just listen up.
Yeah, wow. Talk about race fans. I found Kenzo. And Kenzo, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
New York. And you've come to Melbourne for?
For the Grand Prix and to support Sebastian.
Wow. Talk about super race fan. That's amazing. Well,
way.
I hope that Sebastian can do the job for you this weekend. You've got a question for him.
Yeah, Sebastian, I'd like to know why you named your car Gina.
Why did you name your car Gina, Sebastian?
Actually, just before you start talking about lady names for cars, we're going to have to let the two Williams boys head off and get
Thank
into
you,
a
boys.
debrief. So
Thank you
Felipe
very much.
Massa, Lance Stroll. Cheers. Good luck, boys. So, Seb, why do you name your car Gina?
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a ritual. We sit down the week before the Grand Prix, so actually on Tuesday night together with the mechanics. And we just tried to think of a name, so there were a couple of names in the race, and Gina was the winner. It's the one that we all seem to like best, and won the vote. So it's very democratic. So I think when you're if you're from New York, then you're probably more Democrat than a Republican, but that's a different story. So that's why we decided for Gina, and we hope that it brings us a bit more luck. I think it's not that deep to name the car. It's not, that much of a reason, but it's just when you work on the car the whole year, then it's a bit nicer to refer to the car with a name rather than saying the car all the time.
And so just sort of, help us understand this process. So when you slip inside your car, are you thinking you're slipping inside Gina, or you're just thinking... Sorry, your mind took you there. I mean, what do you think? Are you talking to the car? Are you saying, Gina, be nice to me?
There's kids here, so I have to be careful.
I didn't say anything.
No. Well, I'm always, it's always a pleasure. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so is the winter, very positive news coming out of Fiorano. You seem to be pretty comfortable with the way the car was going. Are we going to see something really quite interesting this afternoon when we get to qualifying and you all turn the engines up?
Well, we hope. I mean, the problem with testing is that everybody builds up their own expectations no matter what you keep telling them. I think we had a good run. We felt, reasonably well around Barcelona. The car was working as we expected, and we seem to be competitive, but that's it. I think it really starts here, and especially late this afternoon, we'll see for the first time where we are when everybody is on full power, when everybody's on light, empty tanks, light fuel. So that's when it matters, not before. But in general, I think there's been good progress. The team has been, working very well. We had a productive and very useful winter. A lot of challenges with the new regulations. The cars have changed quite a lot, so big challenge for the engineers back in the office. But as I said, the car was coming together nicely. We didn't have any major issues. Yesterday was a bit up and down, but that's normal, I think, for the first day, the first Grand Prix. And today we hope to have a better balance, a better car, and therefore a bit more trust, which around here is really, really important. You know yourself, having the confidence around Albert Park gives you quite a bit of lap time, so we hope we get some of that and then have a good quali.
Good stuff. Well, we certainly want to see that. Now, I know you're busy, but I know that Bryony has one more question from the crowd, if we may, Seb. So, Bryony.
Yes, I do. I'm down here with Luke. It's very hard to find a Daniel Ricciardo fan here in the crowd, but I've managed to find one of them. Hey, Luke, you've got a question for Sebastian about the car that he's driving this year.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, does the car that you're racing this year remind you of any other cars from previous years you've raced in your career?
Does the car this year remind you of any other cars you've raced in previous years? In terms of the feeling, I guess.
Well, never had a Gina before, so... yeah, in a way, I think when I started Formula One, obviously the cars were in a way similar. The biggest difference to now, in terms of performance, the biggest difference to now is that they were a lot lighter. They were around 100, 150 kilos lighter to start with, which makes a massive difference. But yeah, I think it's probably the fastest car I've ever driven in terms of downforce, for sure. Lap times, I think we'll see some really, really good lap times today. For the race, obviously, to compare, I think the lap record is back in 2004 when you were still on the grid, which is the fastest time in the race. I think it depends which tires you fit at which point in the race, because obviously we are not coming in to refuel. But yeah, in terms of raw speed, I think the 2010 car that I had, RB6, was yeah, one of the best cars I've ever driven. Very dominant as well. I hope that Gina will be as dominant throughout the course of the season. And for sure, as I said, in terms of performance, they're a big step up, and it's probably the fastest car I've ever driven.
Good stuff. Okay, you've got to get off, and we're going to bring in an Australian racer to the podium. So, but first of all, before we do that, show your appreciation for Sebastian Vettel.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Seb. Right, as he wanders off and carries the hopes of Ferrari on his shoulders,